Hi, I'm Deborah Sperry.
And I'm Fred Sperry.
And we are forever 49. We also have a teenage son that still lives at home with us.
We both work in a self-employed situation, and I have a company, Partners in Growth. We do travel planning and business consulting. The house hunting experience has been a long one. Actually, Lynn's been working with us for more than 6 months, and we've looked at all kinds of things. I, of course, wanted to have a bargain, and several of the things she showed us I didn't feel were bargains.
And we saw some short sales, and we looked at houses, and we looked at condos. So we have gone the gamut, and we've also looked from the Tampa Bay area on down into South Sarasota.
And emotionally, what has been the most exciting part, the scariest part?
I think the most exciting thing has been finding the place that we're going to be purchasing. And the scariest part is the short sale house that we were pursuing.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, as stated before, we're newlyweds, and when I first met Fred and looked into his beautiful blue twinkling eyes, I knew immediately that we were going to spend the rest of our lives together. So I think that said, you know, once we were married and we were looking at building our new lives together, we started looking at the possibility of combining households. And you know, with that, you know, we thought the timing of the market was good, the prices were lower, and we felt like we could afford to buy our dream home.
No, I think that's right. And it took me a little bit longer to realize that I was in love. But it's been 2 years since Deborah and I first met, and we're very happy today.
Do you want to tell me about the circumstances in your life that brought you together, being married and meeting?
Sure. Basically, Deborah and I were introduced, and we both lost our spouses, and I have my first wife's cousin, actually worked with Deborah, and she played matchmaker and introduced us.
And so 2 years later, you know, here we are. We're married and moving forward with our new lives.
We were introduced, like I said earlier, and we got engaged at Thanksgiving last year. And then we decided we wanted to have a small wedding, just kind of our own family. And then we got this idea that part of my travel planning is I have a group that goes around the world and roasts pigs. Of course, we'll drink a little beer too. But we're having that event in Orlando last April, and so we surprised everyone by arranging a church, and as part of the orientation, they wound up at that church at the exact time that the wedding was, and all participated. So it was a big event.
Yes. And then we have this huge pig roast the next day. So, you know, it was 100 and some people.
Yeah, 140 people.
Yeah. I think the most important thing that I was looking for was square footage. I wanted to have at least 3 bedrooms and an office because, you know, we do work at home. And I love the arts, and we wanted on the Gulf Coast.
But I think the most important thing to me was the water. We wanted a view of the water. I have a beautiful boat named Hardship, and I wanted to be able to see some water and be able to use it.
Yeah, that's his second love.
And what was the most important thing to you? That do you want the single most important feature to you?
Well, I think the single most important feature to me was to have it a modern facility and something that we didn't have to spend a lot of money in renovations.
Well, I think that basically I had been thinking condominium because of the ease of taking care of it and everything, and Deborah was thinking house.
Yeah, but a house with a small piece of land, not a lot of outside work. And, you know, we basically both love the water, so we, you know, wanted a swimming pool. But I'd never lived in a condominium before, so that was a real challenge for me. I think the hardest thing along the way is for me in making a decision on not living in a house and moving into a condominium.
And I was afraid till we found this house that we've actually purchased that we were going to have to give up a lot of square footage. All the things that Lynn showed us that met the other criteria were quite small.
So the concessions, you know, square footages versus the view, we just weren't willing to give up that view.
Well, our budget was like $700,000 to $800,000. And basically we arrived at that because we each have homes today because of our previous marriages and everything. And so if we combined those, we were able to afford that. And we both owned homes for more than 25 years. So we built up over time.
Mm-hmm.
Are you selling your two homes to combine into one, or?
Eventually.
Okay.
But it wasn't, you know, one of our ideas was that it's a good time to buy right now. The interest rates are down, the prices are down. It's not a good time to sell. So we're going to be a little bit flexible on that.
We may become landlords. Well, we own both of our homes, and I've lived here in Sarasota for 12 years. And of course, we've both lived in Southwest Florida for 30 years and counting. So,
no, and I think that with the time constraints, what we're going to do is purchase the new condo, and we're scheduled to close on that the 29th of September. And then we're going to take our time consolidating. We've got ideas and discussions going on right now about whose furniture we're going to use where. And that's going to be fun before it's over as well.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
We've got a good spirit, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think there are a couple of reasons. One is that we believe we're an incredibly interesting couple, and we've got a lot of history. We, secondly, are avid house hunter fans, particularly enjoy the international version. And one of the things we picked up from that was one of the realtors was saying, if you want a little more, you've got to pay a little more.
Pay a little more.
So we keep telling each other that as we look through the things. And thirdly, I think we've got an incredibly interesting condo that the viewers would love to see.
And we wound up with the most fantastic views of Sarasota and St. Pete.
Okay, anything else about why they...
Mwah.
Okay, good. All right, that's good. Okay,
All right.
perfect.
One of the things that I want in our new place is a bigger master bedroom. We just don't have enough space in here.
Well, I know Deborah's lived in this house for 12 years, but if you want to realize that her closet is this big and my closet is this big. So there's a little inequity in that.
Well, you know, girl's got to have space for her stuff.
And we also would like to have a big master bathroom with a tub that I could fit in. And, and
Maybe we both could fit in.
Oh, all right. Now we're talking.
Okay, hi, here we are in our kitchen. And one of the important things for us in our new home is to have, you know, a little larger kitchen with perhaps, you know, some double ovens.
Yeah, I think we entertain a lot, and so having warming drawers, other things that will allow us to do more entertaining. And this is a perfectly nice kitchen, and whoever buys this house, of course, should appreciate it. However, I think we're looking for something larger. And
I'm perfectly all right if it just has a microwave and that's it.
Yeah, that reminds me of a story. About the second or third date, Deborah introduced me to one of her friends, and the friend said, "Fred, let me ask you a question. How important is cooking to your criteria?" And I said, "Well, why do you ask?" And she said, "Well, if it's important, I would recommend you dump her immediately."
So I proved her wrong. Hi, We are in one of the bathrooms of this house, and our present house, and one of the things that I really want in our new condominium is more bathroom space. This is one of them, and you can see we just don't have enough room.
You can see I have to squeeze to get into this shower.
This is a problem. I do not have enough closet space. I have lots of shoes and lots of purses, which I absolutely love and is not a problem to me, but I need a proper place to put them and store them. And as you can see, I don't have enough room.
Okay, here we are in the backyard, and as you can see, we've got a very nice patio, nice grass, and even a view of the water like we said we wanted. However, I have a big problem back here. There's no room for my boat.
And in addition to not having room for a boat, we also love to scuba dive, and we would never scuba dive here. We want the ocean.